I just don't know how compelling it's going to be to have a bunch of people speaking from all over the place and trying to come up with some sort of unified narrative or theme. And I've been interviewing some political experts who have followed conventions for years, and they really don't expect much of a convention pop that we've had in the past for either candidate. That's what has happened before is once the conventions are over, that candidate gets a boost in the polls, maybe 2 or 3 or 5%. But people, the experts on this just don't really think that's going to happen, partly because there just are not very many undecided voters out there. Most people have made up their mind by now. And now, of course, we have this, odd formatting, given that nobody can be in the same arena together. So, maybe something consequential will come of the convention this week. I'm not sure it's all going to matter that much.
Rick, what do you make of the polling that we've gotten lately? We had the CNN poll that came out today that pointed to the lead that Joe Biden had against President Trump narrowing. It's within the margin of error. But we also had the Wall Street Journal NBC News poll that pointed to a double-digit lead. So are we somewhere in between?
Yeah, so if you look at the Real Clear Politics aggregate of polls, they take all the polls and figure out where they settle out. It's about a 7.7 percentage point lead for Biden right now. I mean, that's a good lead. It also happens to be fairly similar, pretty close to the lead Hillary Clinton had over Trump in 2016. So that makes Democrats nervous. So I think the situation here is this is Biden's race to lose. Everything is kind of going against Trump with the pandemic, which is not under control. The economy is probably not bouncing back strongly. It's recovering, but slowly. And we probably are not going to have a vaccine by Election Day, although I expect President Trump to say we do have a vaccine by Election Day. But on the other hand, Biden seems to be playing defense. And I've been asking some people in the party, do they think Biden is actually now, once he's actually the nominee, is he going to get out and start going around the country and going to swing states and doing some actual campaigning, even if it's not, big rallies? And they are setting the expectation that maybe he's not going to do that. So Biden might, for the most part, stay in Delaware and just try to appeal to voters remotely. That seems to me to be a very cautious way to go about the election, and perhaps a little too complacent. So we could see the polls tightening for that reason. For other reasons, Trump is a very wily politician, and smart people say never count him out.
Yeah, well, I think the 2016 election proves that to be extremely right.